Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Inevitable Excess with me, Bring It On.
Ready for
Let's
anything.
continue on our way. Glad to see that their Nenio is just as incompetent. She's walking right into melee.
Time's not waiting.
We won't fall here.
I didn't let me charge him.
Swear it.
There's a Vralakai assassin around here somewhere too.
Begone, fiend!
Alright, see about slowing him down first. Can be a tough nut to crack if you're not careful.
The light take you!
You.
Oh, good job, Nenio. The commander of the 5th Crusade looks at you. You stare back into your own eyes. The face you're used to seeing in the mirror now belongs to another. After a moment, Ripple passes through Don Quixote, and he vanishes. That familiar gaze remains fixed in your mind's eye. A burning gaze that ignites your memory, bringing what has been forgotten to the surface. You feel as if you're being transported back to the Great Garrison, to the Wardstone. Monago screaming in terror, covering her face with her hands, and Stott and Vayne rushing to her aid. But they do not matter. The Wardstone does not matter. All that matters is the mythic power radiating out in waves from the future commander. Light, power, devastating might. The kind that could damage the very fabric of the plane. Too much power. Excess. You. The realization is instant, as though you have always known what you only just grasped. It came into existence in the Great Garrison, in the very moment when Don Quixote called upon his mythic power for the first time. You are that power.
We will overcome this. Together, we always do, right?
Ursula takes your hand and squeezes it tightly. Give her a reassuring smile. Of course we will.
As long as we're together, we fear no adversity. We will get through it. We must.
Ursula seems to have expected this answer. She responds with a smile of her own. Her tone is upbeat. You can feel her hands trembling in yours. I'm not going down without a fight. I'll see this through to the end, no matter what. No one responds to your words. Your path lies ahead. Its end is already near.
I'll go ahead.
We teleport down here. Maybe we can loot the
Focus on
enemies
the
the other me killed? Maybe not. I think it's too far away.
I know what to do.
And there's no purple lamp, so.
I know the way. I am prepared.
Alright,
This
up we go.
No mistakes. Time's not waiting.
We go down this way towards the portal, but there's also this other
Ready
path.
for anything. Our victory is certain. Let's try this way.
Whoa, what's going on here? Is that a new buff? Should have looked after that cutscene that we had. What is this? So this is an effect from the Warrior of the Holy Light Paladin archetype. Why do I have a Sonic Breath attack? I don't see a new effect.
Expected
You
outcome.
won't survive.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't see a new effect besides this one. Oh, here it is, Mythic Power. You're imbued with Mythic Powers. You get 2 additional attacks per round, and a +5 Mythic bonus to attack. All your attacks in order the enemy's DR automatically confirm all critical hits, and deal additional 100% divine damage. Every first attack you make during a round deals 46 divine damage in a line or cone, depending on attack type. Alright, so it's not a Sonic Breath attack, it's a Divine Breath attack. You get 100% fortification, jeez Louise, DR 10, and 20 acid, fire, electricity, sonic, and cold resistance. All your spells ignore enemy spell resistances and energy resistance. Enemies fail all saving throws against them. What? All healing and supporting spells additionally heal and grant the target fast healing 10 for 5 rounds. All offensive spells deal additional 100% divine damage, make targets sicken and shaken. And they all get that? That's absurd.
Follow my lead. I know what to do.
I mean, that is absurd.
I am prepared. Focus.
My will is resolute.
Let's get pop one of these since we're taking a little bit of damage over time.
Let me help.
Oh, he's frozen.
I need to concentrate. Becoming this.
We'll just keep going. I'm afraid this might be the way forward. That's alright, that's just those +5 black daggers that he drops.
No mistakes.
So, do I need to go back this way? I assume this was the way forward, but I think this is also the way back. This is where we started.
Time's not waiting.
So yeah, this is the correct way. Yeah, losing control of my camera. Alright, Socio, what you got going on, buddy? Oh.
We will win this war.
Is she also paralyzed? Gosh darn it. Alright. I should have a scroll for that. Conveniently, I have 2. That's good. Quick
The
save.
world has suffered enough.
That should give them fast healing for a little while as well.
I am prepared.
Alright.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Are we ready to move out?
Probably gonna be a boss fight of some sort. Up a few buffs here.
Meditate on your mistakes.
My path.
Might make you feel better.
Ready for anything.
No reason to pause.
She still has that going for her, and I think that's all she needs. Well, hold on. I should have a legendary proportion scroll around here somewhere that I can use on her, because that'll make her a little tankier and a little stronger. Both of which are great things. let's quick save and jump in.
You cannot leave the repository as long as I am alive. Please return to your world and remain there until the end of time, as Eon Protocol dictates. Refusal to comply will be interpreted as a threat warranting the use of violence.
As long as you are alive.
You said it yourself. As long as you are alive, but soon you'll be dead. Dead.
Dead. Dead.
Dead.
Dead.
Are you done? Okay. So Mashnik repeats the word dead several times with varying intonation. They're trying to find the perfect rendition. We're all present and accounted for, I see.
Excess! Have you come here to gloat?
To tell us that you agreed to this lump of metal's terms.
Spurning our magnanimous offer? Or did you simply come here to stab us in the back?
We would have done the same if we were you.
So Meshnik erupts into silent laughter for several seconds. I took a third option. Decided not to side with either one of these entities because that's in line with my Legend Mythic path choice. A refusal to abide by higher powers' authority.
We do not know why you started destroying this prison after you strengthened it.
But if you hoped to please us by doing so, you failed. Now you will die.
Excess!
You want to get out of here, don't you? Direct your anger at Valmalos, not me.
No, 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 no. That is not.
Why we've been waiting here, dragging out a fight with this bucket of bones.
You betrayed us, and now we will have vengeance.
I never agreed to help you, so I never betrayed you. Valmalos, help me deal with them.
The optimal behavior for this situation has been selected. Combat avoidance. Your request is denied.
Alright, attack Sameshnik. You asked for it.
It's good that you obeyed us and destroyed the keystone without our help.
We were able to hold on to a scrap of our power for one little curse. Prepare to die, creature.
Or don't.
If you like surprises.
Sameshnik's threatening hiss suddenly turns it to laughter.
They'll never see me coming.
Alright, charge you down. Can she charge from here as well?
I will lend you my aid.
Perfect.
Oh, yes. What?
I will resist.
We will be victorious.
To battle, my friends!
Oh, round two. Okay.
Endure this!
Make sure everybody's attacking at the same time. Do they count as chaotic evil? Or are they just chaotic neutral? Darn it.
I will bring down the divine wrath!
Allow me to express my approval to your opposition to Silmeshnik. Your deeds will be entered into the annals of Axis. You fulfilled the terms of our agreement, and now I am obliged to do my part. I will allow a portion of your mythic power to leave the repository and reunite with the commander of the Fifth Crusade. The remaining part, which has gained consciousness, that is, you, will be placed in an amended repository world created according to your preferences.
Don't be in a hurry to say yes. There is another path. The path of paradoxes and unexpected solutions. With one hand, you destroyed this prison. With the other, you restored it. And your efforts proved successful. Now it is not simply destroyed. It is broken. In simple terms, the prison itself does not know what is true and what is false. Tell us, Valmalos, can the excess leave this repository not in the form of mythic power, but as a creature of flesh?
Mythic power made flesh from the fabric of Axis can only exist within the confines of this repository. If the excess leaves the repository, he will be unmade, and his mythic power will reunite with the rest of the commander's power. Correction. Contravention of the repository's logic has occurred. The repository cannot determine whether a creature is of mythic power or a prisoner of flesh and blood. It will attempt to preserve the life of any entity that leaves its bounds.
Valmallos pauses abruptly, remains silent for a while.
I think you know what must be done.
Her voice trembles slightly and trails off, still leaving something unspoken, failing to reveal a small but crucial detail.
This outcome is invalid. Request, access, express your assent, and continue to uphold our agreement. Do not leave the repository.
I'm definitely going to have to replay through this with the other mythic paths at some point. I really want to see what these options are. I think there's something you're not telling me.
I do not want to lie to you. Our freedom will come at a price. Kill Valmalos, and I will tell you what it is. You can decide for yourself whether you wish to pay it.
Rilu's excess takes her time in answering. Is Selmeshnik truly dead?
The probability is extremely high, but it is not equal to 1. There have been recorded instances where Selmeshnik appeared to have been defeated, but reappeared anew after several centuries. Theory: Selmeshnik is not a single entity, but a title passed from one protean to another.
Sorry, Valmalos. Now choose the path of paradoxes. Out of the way, Valmallos.
Use of violence initiated.
This will hurt.
Prepare yourself.
Oh boy. So can I not attack him until all these guys are taken care of?
No glory without risk!
Desna, guide my hand.
Into the fray!
This should do
Leave a bruise. I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Please, help me. Someone, save me.
Sorry, guys.
it. Let's try this.
Still fight!
Alright, can you keep yourself alive, buddy? That's all I need you to do.
This is it.
I need your help.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Alright, keep going, buddy.
Calculated risk. This should do it. Let's try.
The longer this takes, the more he heals, it looks like.
This will hurt. Wounded.
Ooh, that was close. The wafting particles of the Great Barrier before you are akin to a swarm of gnats. The commander of the Fifth Crusade stands frozen in place. He was on his way to the final confrontation when he suddenly looked back, trying to make out something behind him. You stare at your own face, which belongs to another. This is the original, the one in whose image you were created. This is the life you've been permitted to live for so brief a time. It is not Don Quixote who is frozen in time. You're the one who has stopped in this moment. You wonder if Don Quixote will prevail over Rilu Vorlesh without you. For some reason, you hope that he will.
We are on the verge of freedom. The paradox that we have created has tricked the repository. Now it sees us as ordinary prisoners, and safeguarding the lives of prisoners is its primary duty. It will become our shield once the mythic power starts tearing us asunder. But freedom has its price. We must renounce our mythic power. Return that which we have stolen. Let go. Be cleansed and become mundane.
Have I not already done that? It's the whole purpose of the Legend Mythic Path. Now I do have that buff right now that's called Mythic Power. But my character should not have Mythic Power at this point. Though I know that this character is composed of Mythic Power from when we first called upon it at the Great Garrison. But my character won't have a problem with that because he should be Legend Mythic Path. Mythic power rages inside you, threatening to burst forth at any moment. Is there really no way to escape this place and keep our mythic power?
Even if there is one, it's unknown to me. I don't want to use it. I want to live my own life instead of living out someone else's. Let her Rilu Vorlesh have her power back. Let the powers that be oppose her and not me. What do you think? Will you help me shed the burden of mythic power?
Does this mean that once we're out of here, Rilu Vorlesh will grow stronger?
Yes, but does it matter? Or are you concerned about the ethics of it? About whether or not it is acceptable to give power to a criminal?
Well, that's out a dry chuckle.
There are
Whoops.
many planes in this world, and Galarian is but one of them. So what if it merges with the abyss, perishes in flames, or bursts into bloom? It is none of my concern. I have no intention of ever setting foot there.
What's going to happen to my companions?
They are derivatives of mythic power, just as you are. If they're so important to you, we'll take their manifestations with us. We will ensure they aren't swept away by the current of mythic power.
I'm glad this is here. I made a similar choice once before and renounced my mythic power. Makes it that much easier to do it again.
Then let's not waste any time. Merge your power with mine. Give yourself to me and let me control your power, and fear nothing. When you reopen your eyes, we'll be far away from here. Away from Galarian, gods, demon lords, inevitables, and proteans. We'll have our own lives to live.
I don't know if I should trust her, but I didn't realize I had to give her my power. Doesn't seem safe. The barrier is weakening. Mythic power fills you to the brim, eager to break out, away from this prison and toward freedom. It joins with the Rilu Vorlesh's mythic power and rushes forth, leaving you forever. Your consciousness dims, unraveling in the flow of power. But there is no fear, for this is not the end. It is a new beginning. Nexus willingly parted with his power, gaining something more valuable in return: freedom. Together with the incarnation of Rilu Vorlesh and his companions, Nexus found himself on an unknown plane, far from both Axis and Galarian. Valmallos' prison world, the Worldwound, and the games of the gods were far behind them. A new life lay ahead. The world did not notice when the commander's mythic power, so unjustly taken right before the final battle, returned to its owner. As for the excess, his existence was known only to a few, They preferred to keep their silence. Congratulations! You completed the inevitable excess DLC. Now all your characters in the main campaign will gain additional mythic powers and they reach the official start of the 5th Crusade. Well, neat. That was a fun little DLC. Man, the voice acting was excellent. Selmeshnik's fantastic. And Valmalos's, but Selmeshnik really stood out. It was a little short, but it gave you an opportunity to play with your fully powered character a little longer. Because what I've heard, because I haven't played another Mythic Path yet, other Mythic Paths don't get their max power until right before the end of the game. Legend, you can level up faster than that and experience your full power for longer, but I enjoyed it. It was, I think it was a little short. You only had like 2 major areas to explore, like the music, the voice acting. The challenge was definitely there. The challenge was definitely there, especially in the beginning. I was not prepared for that. We got our butts handed to us a few times. There were very few fights that we made it through without losing somebody, especially Nenio. She liked to die a lot. I believe your power being taken was mentioned at some point in the main campaign as well. I vaguely recall that happening. I think I believe Vorlesh tells you about it. So I think this is like a throwaway line that they made a whole DLC out of, which is kind of neat. So I think obviously they had this plan from the get-go. Yeah, it was short and sweet. The puzzles were fun. The combat was an absolute blast, of course. I don't think I have a lot to say about the DLC because it's relatively short, but I did enjoy it. And that, I don't know, give me that mythic power ability right before the final fight really almost trivialized it. Had I not had to fight Valmallos as well, it would have been a cakewalk. But he put a heck of a fight, summoning all those Axiomites. So if I had Stone Skin up, that may have helped out quite a bit there, but I ran out of Diamond Dust. Yeah, that was a fun little expansion. That's going to do it for this Let's Play. And that's it for Don Quixote as far as I know. The future DLCs aren't continuations of the story. They will be standalone DLC experiences, so this is where Don Quixote says goodbye. So once again, thank you for joining me on yet another adventure. Hope to see you guys in the next Let's Play.